Well, we covered quite a bit of territory. We went to Arkansas, made a pilgrimage to where I was incarcerated as a child. We went all over the country, Seattle. We went to New York?
Sure.
Yeah, New York. Oh, yeah, for the rehearsals of Allegiance, the musical that we developed on the internment.
I was always the original Star Trek series fan, and so I always liked the whole cast. And then I just became really charmed and intrigued and inspired by George when he came out in 2005, and just became a really eloquent activist for LGBT civil rights, and started learning more about him, found out he'd been imprisoned in an internment camp, and just thought it was such an amazing story, and couldn't believe that hadn't all been put together. And this was before his social media frenzy phenomenon. So was just really impressed with who he was and his positivity, and that he tried to educate people but was also humorous. All those I found very compelling.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why we like to work on films that are obviously about communities that aren't represented as much in the media and, you know, in filmmaking. But we also like to work with a team, much like kind of the cast of Star Trek, that is like an international, you know, sort of diverse team of people who bring different perspectives and different experiences.
And George sort of epitomizes that. I mean, we've basically have been talking about this like the past few days, because with all the photo opportunities, people have always commented on like how diverse our crew is. But like Myron said, it gives a wide array of perspectives and voices that I think ultimately benefit the film.
The governor went beyond what the federal stay of any further marriages are prevented from happening. He went beyond that and said the marriages that did happen, that were paid for by the couples, that was lawfully conducted, won't be recognized by the state of Utah. It's a situation where I quote from Star Trek: "Resistance is futile." And Governor Herbert reminds me of another governor about 5 decades ago, Governor George Wallace, who stood in the schoolhouse doorway trying to deny equal education to little black girls and little black boys. Of course, George Wallace went down in history as one of the obstructionists to progress and democracy, and Governor Herbert will be in that same group.